you talk to me about how, when, where you use data in the hiring process?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So part of the reason why we relied so much on data is that data doesn't lie, right? We all look at metrics, we all go online and look at information. We love statistics, right? We buy into those statistics, we buy into numbers. And the thing about data is data just flat out smacks you in the face, which is the part that I love about data, right? It is very black and white depending on how you want to interpret the information that is being provided to you. But the other piece about the data, especially when you're looking at hiring salespeople, is it helps you discover some of the underlying things you may not be able to see from a typical salesperson, right? We know that a lot of times when we're hiring for salespeople, they're going to give you the best of the best. And the reason for this is what? They're salespeople, right? They're going to be great at selling themselves. And so if I am an inexperienced sales leader or a hiring manager, and I show up and I interview salespeople, what's the piece that I'm going to be looking for? Well, I'm going to be looking at personality. And salespeople know that you're going to be looking at personality. And so when they show up to the interview, what are they going to do? They're going to give you the personality that you're looking for, right? And although there's a certain part of the process of the interview and criteria that where you do want to look at personality, it is much more important to leverage data that gives you information about that person ahead of time, so that by the time you show up and have conversations with them, you're coming significantly more equipped with information, along with insights that you wouldn't know otherwise. The thing about data is it helps you make that decision for you a lot of times. It's more so thinking about how do I go about interpreting that data throughout the recruiting process that's so powerful.
And so what kind of data are you getting on sales folks ahead of time?
Yeah, great question. So one of the things that we do and that we teach our clients to use is we use an assessment tool. It's objective management tool. They're based out of Boston, and they are sales specific, right? We all know assessments. We've all used them. We've all gone through them ourselves, right? We're familiar with the different ones. You have DISC, Myers-Briggs, and all these different things. The thing that I found so powerful about OMG, it was two things. One, it's predictable, right? Meaning that if you were to use this tool and somebody came back, recommended or worthy, it would predict and tell you, yes, this person's going to be great, or no, that person's not going to be so great. And that's extremely powerful as a hiring manager to have that information, because rather than relying on your gut, you're relying on data, right? And so having a tool like that is extremely powerful. And the other piece about assessment tools that I find with companies is they end up hiring the wrong tools, right? They end up finding personality tools, behavioral tools, assessment tools. And although they're great, they are not sales specific. And so one of the things that we provide on this data is it gives you insights into actual sales skills. It gives you data into actual sales motivation. It gives you data into actual commitment to be successful in sales. So it is very targeted to the sales industry. And so you don't have to interpret things, right? It's interpreted for you. You just have to go through the process, trust the findings, and then actually see that salesperson perform against those findings.